Welcome to veggie shopping list generator version 2.03, the data sharing version. In this video, we will show you the new function we added to make it easier to create your own recipe and share them with friends. So let's go directly into the Add Exit recipe, which is the section we've redesigned. And let's say first we want to create maybe a list, a weekly shopping list, for example. So I could go and add exit base information. There is no name here, so I'm going to call it weekly. And I'm going to change that to a list, and I'm going to update it. So now I have a weekly list. I can go and exit product, and I can add items. So orange juice, grapefruit juice. So now if I go to the grocery list, let me just clear the so if I go to the grocery list and add a list of items I already had weekly, I can add it, and there they are. So now what's really interesting is adding your own recipe. First, let me go on the web here and look at this is a recipe from oops. And this is a recipe for pea soup that I have found on the web, and I really like that recipe. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the URL. Then I'm going to go and I'm going to add a recipe. I'm going to call it soup 2. Now the source for soup 2, I'm going to paste it from the copy. So now you have the recipe. I'm going to update that. Now I can go and add the product we need. We still have to do that manually. In fact, I have done it already for pea soup, so you can see here I've added all of the product you need. Now, if I now go to choose your own recipe and I select soup 2, I can see view the HTML source, which is the HTML we had copied. So that's handy. Now, you may want to add, if I look at pea soup, base information, I have had some comments on it. Now, you may want to have fairly extensive comments, so it's easier sometimes to create them on your desktop as a file. So I created these comments there as a Google Drive document. So if I go into Google Drive and I find my pea soup document, so what I can do now is I can select all and copy it to the, and now I can go to my recipe. I can go to soup 2, for example, base information. I can go to the command and paste it. So now I update that information. So now soup 2, if I, if I go and choose your recipe and I select soup 2, you see that comments is there. You can scroll it. There. Now the other function that I want to show you is sharing your recipe with some friends. So let's say I want to share the new pea soup recipe I have. I also want to share the chili and my quick Caesar with some friend. So I can go and share selected recipe. And I'm going to use Gmail to share it. And here's the data. I'm going to send it to my other email address. I could be adding some more comment there and editing, but I'm not going to do that now. So I'm going to send that. So now if I go to my regular email address, that's not arrived yet. No, there it is. So whoever wants to receive that, I assume they have the app. So I will, what I'm going to do is I will go into the app and I'm going to remove pea soup and chili. I'm not going to remove the quick Caesar. So these recipes are not there anymore. So now I can go to to my email and the recipe I've received. Select all, and I'm going to share it. And I'm going to share it with Veggie Shopping List Generator. So you can see now tests receiving from another app, receive a call, quick Caesar not replace, restore completed. So I basically received the, if I go to the recipe, you will see that that pea soup and chili are back in there. Now the the Caesar salad I had not, I had not deleted it, so when it received it, it found a recipe by the same name. I don't replace it, because you're sending it to your friend, they may have a recipe by the same name, and they don't want it replaced. So I hope these are basically the main function I wanted to show. Before I let you go, there is one other I want to show you, and it's basically in setting and tool, you have process clipboard data. If you're trying to, you select all, and there is no option to share the data from whatever the source you're playing with, because we work with different cloud server, you may be able to copy it to the clipboard and then process the clipboard data, and Air would do the same thing. Now the other thing is I'm going to have a backup I call T4, and I'm now going to share the backup, and again I'm going to use Gmail to share it. So I'm going to again send it to my other email address and send it. So the backup has now been sent in the form of an email. I can then bring it back, select all, share it, and it will restore it. Now, if you have a large database, you've used the app for a long time, the backup may be in two parts. We may break it in two parts. So you will see part one, then part two. When you restore, you have to remember to restore part one and then part two. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy. Please try the new function in the app. On the how to use this app, at the bottom you have my email address. So if you have any comment, please write to me, and have a safe COVID-19 time. Thank you very much.